Right now I'm on the Rappahannock River. The water is really moving. I'm with two buddies. They were in a canoe. They got trapped up there, and I had already come up here to the beach, and this is where their camp is. You can't even see it. It's back in the distance. They're building a fire right now. They're yelling at me because I'm making a video. But anyway, on with the story. So they were up there. I'd come down to the beach when all of a sudden I heard Eric go, my paddle. He lost his paddle. I had my paddle in my hand. I was actually sitting out on this point. You can kind of see the point. It's right below my feet, but it just goes out just a little bit, waiting for them to come. I saw his paddle out in the river, and you can't really see it, but it was out a good 10-15 feet, and I jumped for it. And because the river's going so fast, I got dragged. And I got dragged until about 20 feet down. I finally got my balance, but I was in the river for 20 to 30 minutes trying to keep my balance on a rock, and it was kind of scary because I knew if I let go I could go down, but I'd be stuck. I'd have to find a rock, and I'd have to start waving at them if they'd even see me at all, because this river is going so fast it would just take me. It was almost a life or death to some degree. I had to keep my balance. Anyway, they're yelling at me, so I'm gonna go. I gotta start this fire. I've got a candle, and
be in the middle happily right now.
That would be pretty warm.
The candle's gonna drip wax down. We had the fire going, but it went out.
First thing Jimbo did was get dry clothing.
You should have gotten into dry clothing. It's not my fault.
Dude, if we would have done that, we wouldn't have all this firewood. Go ahead, get changed out and put something out for me if you don't mind.
Alright, as you can see I'm being bitched at because I took a video. I spent, you know, what, 2-3 minutes max making a video, and well, I think Eric's just upset because they got caught really bad. So it took them a long time to get to me. I thought for sure they weren't. I didn't have any idea what was going on. I thought I was going to be letting go any second. And that's like I almost got swept away, but it was actually really scary. I almost got swept away. I kept my feet, like, I don't know. I slipped a bunch of times, but finally I got my footing. But they were stuck, and it took them like 20 to 30 minutes to get to me. And even then, once they got to me, it took them a long time to actually get to me. They didn't really realize the severity of my situation, and they were in a little situation of their own, and we didn't have enough ropes, so we should have been a little bit more prepared. It was kind of a spur of the moment, you know, let's go out and go camping type thing. So I got the fire going again, so at least they'll be a little bit happy. So I'm laying on the bottom of a kayak turned upside down. That's Corey who just burps.
Hello.
Staring up at the sky. You can't really see it, but there's really nothing out here. It's just empty.
UFO?
You see shooting stars and stuff, that's about it.
Pardon?
And you hear people burp.
Fuck. That cut's busted. That tent's gonna be a Dutch oven.
Oh, you're fucked. Corey's like sitting right next to my face farting. I haven't smelled it yet, so it's alright.
Dude, they've been wafting up to me, but they kind of dissipate after that. It's like just enough of my flavor to let me know it's there.
Y'all missed it, I just saw it.
Yeah, but what they don't see is this little influence, this little river influence over here that's gonna suck.
It's freaking crazy fast. Kind of still hard, I bet. You know, your eye kind of focuses in on the star. There's like one. They're everywhere.
You're a genius.
You just call me a genius?
You're a genius.
I'm talking about zipline. Zipline is a one word or two. It's one word because zipline is a thing. I had a thought. Eric was walking in the tent. People need space. That was Corey just yelling at me. Kind of standing over here by the bank by myself with the light off. It's kind of scary at first walking up because of the copperheads that are around here, but yeah, we're gonna go and play some cards. I'm in the earth. Well, it's the morning. The river's up pretty high right now. Corey and Eric are out there shooting this shit. Just laying down for a little bit. Corey and I stayed up pretty late. You see the river down here. It's up really, really high. There's no way to really express that unless you're here. But you can see where we are. There. The tent's right there. Alright, so we're cruising down the river. It's James. Hello, everybody.
Taking a video, are you?
Hell yeah, I'm taking a video. Corey's a little camera shy. The rapids that we went over, I fell in because, well, it was too hard. This camera's not waterproof. But you see, we're just in some little rapids right here. There's nothing really. The river's so high that there's just nothing like. Everything's covered over. You can see how dark and muddy it is. The river's still really high here, but it's all flat. Normally, if there's like not very much water, this is a heavy paddle. Ooh, thunder. But the water's just like taking us because there's so much of it. Thunder, guys! Alright, let's go. Alright, turn this off. We got a little ways ahead of us. So we just pulled off the river. Swung around in this little cove. We got a little ramp built for boaters. My father's actually driving down here to pick us up. So so we were coming up to the junction, and I got out just fine, and Eric and Corey got hung up on some trees. The trees, they got hung up on briars and stuff. I don't know what happened to them, but so I got out of my kayak and I walked out a little ways to like try to help them. Not a little ways. I walked out like right on the edge there. Next thing you know, Eric's screaming, "I lost my paddle!" And I had my kayak paddle in my hand. And I see the paddle out about 7-8 feet away from me.
He doesn't think about dropping his kayak paddle.
Right. I didn't. Well, it was a reaction. It was going by so fast. I didn't have a chance to do that. It was just like I reacted. I like jumped out and got it. Well, of course, the river's moving so fast that I couldn't get back up. I drifted down. I'm like trying to catch the bottom, so finally I found the rock. The rock, it was up to my waist, like way
a little over your waist.
Yeah, a little over my waist. I was like there for about 20-30 minutes. If I had let go, I would have just like gone down, and they would have had to come get me. Well, they couldn't even come get me. They just
They'd have
to. I don't even know what they do. So I was like on the fly for about 30 minutes in the middle of the river waiting for them.
We had to flatten a bunch of briar bushes to get the canoe out.
The entire
with
time
our bodies.
I was like trying to keep my balance. I was like, if I lose my balance, I'm going over. And I was like fighting the water coming at me. It was coming at me so fast.
And then we were throwing the string out to him off the kayak, and he was putting his paddles back. And then I had to go get more string, and when I was about to step over the canoe, there's a nice little young copperhead sitting right there next to the canoe, just bathing.
Oh, yeah.
I about stepped right on top of him, and Corey grabbed a rock and threw it, hit the copperhead, and it ran away.
So it was fun. Alright, Eric and I are up at our cars. My dad just dropped us off. Eric's taking a piss. Probably shouldn't put that one on YouTube. I got a song running through my head. Cock the hammer, it's time for action. Any parting words?
Oh.